Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, my name is Jesse, like you said. First of all, I want to say thank you to the organizers and also especially to Omi. I remember when I got the email, but she sent me a WhatsApp message first of all, and I was like, Omi, I can't. Honestly, I don't think I can stand to everybody like this. It's really hard, but then after like 2 weeks, I said, okay, and I'm here. So I want to thank you for the opportunity and also thank you guys for coming out. It's raining in some part of Lagos. It took me an hour plus to get down here, and most of us are just chilling. So first of all, okay, I think on this note, I would like to say, yes, you can call me a farmer, like the bio has said, and how it happened, how it started. I'll give you a short brief. 2016, I was working in oil and gas as a contract staff, and I just had this leading. Then it was basically in 2015 before I got married, and there was no agricultural groove like it is right now. Everybody's just jumping everywhere, but there was no agricultural groove then. It was just a normal thing. I think it was before the election had happened, and I just had this leading in my heart to actually just go into agriculture. I didn't have any understanding. I didn't have any idea of how it was going to happen. But basically what I did was actually look for people who were into it and just go on the studies. Now, I was working in 9 to 5, but I was actually taking a trip down to the farm to see how I could set up my own little farm and everything. And the business was good from the first start, but there were problems and there were challenges. Hello? Okay. Don't mind me. All right. Are we all here? Okay. I was trying to get attention. Okay. All right. So in 2015, I was a bit confused because it was hard for me to connect my 9 to 5 to my 5 to 9. So I had to just continue my way. And in 2016, there was a Do It Afraid conference. Now, you guys are very privileged because in 2016, Do It Afraid was a paid event. It was 15,000 naira. I can remember. I think it was slashed. So, and I'm not a fan of paid events, honestly. I don't attend paid events. If it's paid, I believe freely given. This is my ideology. Sorry, please don't be offended. So I was skeptical, but fortunately that event was an agric event, so I needed to just go there. So I was contemplating. I remember I paid for that event, a day to that event, and I got my ticket and I went in. And honestly, that was a game changer for me. First of all, I met a few of my investors in that event, and the rest is history. Now, why the Do It Afraid? Because I got a leading to go into agriculture doesn't mean that everything will be rosy. It wasn't going to mean that everything was going to be fun for me all the way. I had a lot of challenges because I actually entrusted a lot of things on people because I was working my 9 to 5. And why I called it the Do It Afraid story was because in 2016 ending, I had resigned my job. Now, people didn't know why I resigned my job. I was very bright, very brilliant, smart. My boss didn't want me to resign. I'd want to resign in June 2016. He said no. Now, when my business had a crisis because I was not there, I had to resign in 2016, December. So I wrote my letter of resignation, dropped it in the office. They had a party. I remember in the hotel. I walked into the party, gave it to the PA of those, like, I have to go. I told, please don't give it to them until the next day. So, because I knew they could talk me back into it. So I actually came back, and that was the end. Back to my business. Why agriculture? Why what we do? And why we think is the way forward? Now, for me, it's basically thinking that we all have had something to eat throughout the day. Maybe be food, maybe fruits, maybe water to drink. It's something that everybody has to partake into it. And I felt that basically, if we're going to say this is how we're going to do these things, we have to put ourselves into it. Now, for any young person who is here, who wants to start a business, who wants to go into a business, in what way or the other, and you're probably working somewhere, and you feel that it's hard for you to juggle both together. I'm not going to give you an explicit answer. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I've come to understand over a few period of time that you don't work part-time to get full-time results. It's never done. You can never be a mechanic part-time and be a doctor part-time. It's never going to work. You have to choose what you want to do. You have to put your mind to do what you want to do. You have to be focused. You have to be clear, cut on what agenda you want to push for yourself. Now, I might have been stumbled into agriculture, but I'm here full time. I live my life on the farm. I manage myself, no matter how hard it is. So wherever you find yourself, wherever sphere you find yourself, please build yourself. I understand PR is very good, but understand that content is important. You have to know what you are doing. You have to know what the stuff you are made of. You have to understand the ground footing so that when the area view comes, it's going to be stronger. PR makes your work easy, but you have to know what you carry on the inside personally. So you will definitely have challenges. People, smart people. EBK was here recently, smart, amazing person. But the point is that as we people who are probably literally in the face of people regularly, we go through things that we cannot really just say. But the point is that because you understand your stuff, you know what you carry, you know what you can do, you know how these things can be done, you can now leverage on every PR you can do. But first of all, I advise you, please understand your craft, know what you have to do, learn when to take the right decisions, know when to leave, when not to leave. Understand that people around you are important. Understand how to find mentorship. Understand how to understand structure. Know these things. It helps you build yourself as a business person. And also understand that as you move in life, you have to understand what policies would affect your business or not. And like I said, please locate people ahead of you, people who are mentors who have gone ahead of you, and they can help you become who you are. My parting shot to do it afraid is please keep on doing this. Don't stop. You are encouraging young people, no matter where they are. They might be sitting at the back, the front. I was here. I was in, like you, 2016. I'm standing here just sharing a few ideas, basically. So I think that we should keep on continuing this narrative. Let people understand that there are people doing well, no matter what you hear on the social media or what you hear behind the scenes. People are struggling. People are doing well. But the point is that it's a journey. It might start as a 9-to-5, but it might end as an Amazon, or it might end as a Landway, or it might end as something very big. All right? So please understand this. FarmKart basically is a young business, actually with livestock. We probably have chickens and we have fish. And we're going to come to understand in the few months that Lagos basically has a population of over 17 million people. I think some people have a different view about that. Some people say 13, some people say 19, some people say 20. But at least on the average, about 15 to 17 million people. Now, on a daily basis, imagine that you can only cater for less than 100,000 people. So that's a huge number. Or you can cater for like 1 million people. So understand your market, understand where you are, understand how you can deliver your service to people, and know your craft. Thank you very much.